One, two. Y'all see this? Get it all on video.
Over several questions.
Look at this.
Obviously, one of great contention and speculation. What are we looking at here?
Well, you're looking at several things. One is...
Are we about to clear our throat first? Yeah, we got to clear our throat before we throw this lie out into the universe. But I'm about to tell you exactly what really went down, okay? Just wait for it. Because the truth? Oh, the truth is coming. Just hang tight, pull up your britches, sit back, because I'm about to break it down. Let me spit this lie out real quick and get it over with. Hey y'all, it's your girl J9 Eve. Make sure you hit that like button, go ahead and subscribe, share the video, jump into the comments, and let me know what you think about all this. Okay? So let's get into it. This right here was Tiffany's old neighbor. Yup, Mayor Christopher Clark. Sneaky little somebody. Me no trustee. Me no trustee. But look, Jedediah, he's back over there in Harvey now, stirring things up. Again, and you already know what that means. The dust is about to fly. And trust me, it's going to be entertaining. Now get this. He did an interview. Yeah, he really sat down and gave a full interview. And as I'm talking to you right now, I was literally in the middle of watching this live, and baby, not even 5 minutes in, I caught him in a lie, a whole contradiction, I'm not even exaggerating. And the way I froze his face? Hilarious. Just look. Look at this. Does this look like someone you'd trust? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. So I'm about to take y'all down the road. Yup, we going down this rabbit hole together. This man right here, he's the mayor of Harvey, if you didn't already. No. And here's what I know about Harvey. We watched Tiffany do one of her little meetings there, right? You remember? That one meeting she did in a building that kinda looked like a courthouse. Yeah, that place. That exact location. That's where he holds all of his meetings. That's his little setup. That's his spot. So every time he's up there doing what Tiffany used to do, that's where it goes down. And let me just say this. He is terrible. Just terrible. And you can tell. I mean, you can just tell. That's my opinion. And guess what? I'm allowed to have it. And even better, I'm allowed to share it. Yes, Chris, I can share it. You're not my mayor. So I'm about to take you all on this journey. Let's run down this rabbit hole together, and you're going to see exactly what I'm talking about. Okay, so look, somebody came in, right? Just started talking. Nothing serious, just regular conversation, real casual. They just chatting it up. And then what happened? Then they started calling him Chris. Oh, and by the way, his name is Chris, just so we're clear. That's him. That's the guy. The man's name is Chris. Now, here's where it gets wild. The person wasn't calling him Chris by mistake. Like thinking his name was Steve or something. No. The man called him Chris because his name is Chris. And now, you might be thinking, okay. Yeah, so what? That's his name. He's the mayor. Big deal.
Okay, so this is interesting to me because so basically what you're telling me is that my experience of coming to you as a potential opponent and getting a meeting with you was not unique. You would do this for the people who live in your community.
Absolutely.
That's what you're saying?
Absolutely.
Say it again on the record. Say you'll meet with them.
Absolutely. Well, I've already welcomed them and I welcome them again. Okay. But now you gotta understand now. Okay. Just like you and I, we're having a conversation. You can't, I'll give you an example.
This is it.
And, of course, there's going to be somebody that does not like this, but I'm being 100% honest.
Uh-huh. I hear you.
Somebody came in and, and we started talking.
Oh, just wait. Just you wait. So he's having this casual conversation with someone and they call him Chris. And it's like, how dare you not address me as King? Like, excuse me? My name is King, laughs. Chris? Oh my God. I can't even imagine just talking normally with someone and getting mad over that. Like, the only situation where I might understand getting a little annoyed is if I were a school teacher or something. But even then, it's not about feeling superior or anything. It's just that, with kids, you kind of need to keep that line clear, like, I'm not your buddy, I'm your teacher. There's supposed to be that boundary so they don't forget that. Because they're kids. It's different. But these aren't kids. These are your constituents. These are adults. And you're seriously going to go off on them just because they called you Chris? Like, that's literally your name. They could have called you Zesty or something random, but they didn't. So now I'm just like, what are we even doing? Yeah, see, that whole neck-rolling thing. That's always...
If I'm your personal friend, or family member or something like that, you don't do that. That's disrespectful to the position. It's disrespectful to the seat. So then I brought it to the person's attention and I told him, hey, look, I understand what you're saying and I am that guy. But once again, what you're doing is disrespectful to the seat. You know what I'm saying? You still got to recognize that. And
something they associate with black women. It's like this stereotype they keep pushing. And any time a guy, especially a black man, starts mimicking that, it usually means he's got some sort of issue with black women. And let's be honest, there's definitely a little zest mixed in with that. It's giving jealous. Honey, it's giving jealous. Sir, you are giving jealousy. You're giving, I wish I was a woman energy. And imagine not being one. But that's exactly what it's giving. Just be your authentic self, and maybe you'll stop hating so much. Look, I'm still a human being. I'm a man. You say you're a mayor. Okay, cool. But I wasn't raised to just take that kind of talk. Oh, you say you were? Man, they are so country. I wasn't raised to take that kind of talk. Don't bring that mess around here. Sir, put your hand down. That hand is not helping your case. It's actually snitching on you. That hand is screaming, yup, that's me. Don't do that. Don't bring that over here. Why don't you just go ahead and sit that hand down? That little hand wants to be the main character so bad. It's like, look at me. I'm the star of the show. What you're not going to do is put that hand in a corner. That hand refuses to leave the frame. You only get a little box on the screen, and somehow that hand insists on being front and center. Like, what is she doing? Put it down. I was raised by two people besides my mom. Two people who were born during the Great Depression. So let me be real with you for a second. I gotta get a little tough now. Go ahead and be tough, but let me ask you something. What about being a servant? If someone doesn't respect your title, maybe it's because they don't respect you. Maybe it's not about the title at all. Maybe that respect hasn't been earned. Isn't that something you can let slide, at least until that respect is built? That's a good question. Freedom of speech, that's a good one, Jedediah. You're the one in power, you're the mayor, but you're also a public servant. So, you'd think you'd have a little grace, the expectation that everyone should like you, and if they don't, they deserve to be punished? Or if they criticize you, you take it personal? That's giving dictator. Like he's really out here, trying to be a dictator. He wants it so bad, but his hand won't let him. His hand is fighting for its own moment. Anyway, go ahead, sir. What's your answer?
The head shaking started and the neck ringing started and
Look at that.
I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that. Well,
Answer. Who has freedom of speech? Everyone. But let's talk about what that actually means. People love to say freedom of speech isn't free. And oh my God, I hate when people just say stuff because it sounds deep, but it's not. Then they stare directly into the camera like they just said something powerful. Freedom of speech ain't free. A dollar ain't really a dollar. Like, yes it is. Yes it is, ma'am. I don't care how intense your eye contact is. You're lying. So freedom of speech isn't free? Okay then, explain it. Break it down for us. You're saying we can't say what we want. Actually, in the US, or anywhere else really, you can't just say anything and expect zero consequences. Oh, you thought you could say whatever you want, that's cute. Because yeah, you can say it, but there might be a reaction, and that part you can't control. Like, I could walk up to you and say, you ain't, and say the same thing about your mama 3 different ways, all of them disrespectful. And technically, if I don't touch you, I'm good. But if you slap me across the face, I can't stop that. I can call the police, sure. You might go to jail. but that slap already happened. I can't unslap myself. There are consequences. You can say what you want, but you can't control how people respond. That's what I assume he meant. But even then, the statement's still wrong. You can say whatever the firewarb cow you want. The First Amendment means the government can't punish you for your speech or force a religion on you. It doesn't mean you can walk around talking crazy to people without any reaction. And again, this ain't just some random dude on the street. This is the mayor. You're not a thug. You're not just some guy yelling on the block. You're supposed to hold yourself to a higher standard, but instead, you're out here saying that if someone says something you don't like, they're gonna catch these hands. You know that little hand that just insists on being in the camera? You're gonna catch it. Like seriously, you're the mayor. You're supposed to be above this. You're supposed to be bigger, wiser, more composed. Obama would never say stuff like that. He might imply a few things, maybe even throw in a playful little reference to an ass-whooping, but he wouldn't say it outright. Because it's tacky. It screams, I'm sensitive. It's telling on you, sir. You don't get to talk to people in a disrespectful way and expect them to respond with respect. That's not how it works. Do I kick everybody out who's upset with me? Do I tell every critic to get lost? Absolutely not. But he does. Yes, he does. Calls up his little goon squad, and they drag folks out. They wanted to remove one woman, just one, and she actually worked there. She said something he didn't like, and suddenly 8 guys are yanking her out of the room. And not only that, they arrested her mom, who calmly followed her out. Yes, both of them got arrested. But sure, he doesn't go after everybody who talks about him. Yeah, right, that's a lie, a flat-out lie. I don't like this guy. Can you tell? And then he lied and said he wasn't going to run for that spot at Thornton Township. But guess what? His name was right there on the ballot. He tried to get the same position Napoleon had. Lied to everybody's face and said he wasn't even running. But boom, he's on the damn ticket. Liar. Liar. I don't like this man at all. Yes, you're a public servant, but there's got to be limits. There have to be standards, decorum, civility. You pull someone aside and say, hey, I hear you, but that's not really how we do things here. Can you tone it down? And if they refuse, that's on them. But you're supposed to set the tone. You're in leadership. And yeah, people have the right to say what they want, but feelings come into play too. Where's your line? Where does your professionalism kick? And then there was that moment, remember? When I said I was coming and you hit me with, I'm ready for you. I was like, oh, so you think you're locking me up? And he says, I don't lock up anyone. But if you need to be locked up, you need to be locked up. Like, okay, homie, message received. That right there? That tone? That little passive-aggressive threat? Yeah, that told me everything. And the thing is, with public officials, it's tricky. If you talk back, there's a soundbite. Now you look bad. I get it. It sucks for you, but that's the price of the job. It's called self-control. And you're supposed to have it. Like, imagine being a school teacher. A kindergartner kicks you in the shin and you just lose it. You hit them back? Nah, that's not how it works. You can't do that. It's about control. You're supposed to be able to rise above. And that's why people like you shouldn't be mayors. You like to play in the mud. You like chaos. You like drama. You should be an activist. You're good at stirring things up. But leadership? Nah, you want power just to abuse it. And honestly, you're doing a terrible job. Just look at this clown. I don't like him. You can tell, right? He says people look at him the wrong way. Oh, here we go. Now he's trying to play the I'm just like you card. The contradiction is wild. And Jedediah, he sees it. He zooms in at just the right time because he knows this man is about to trip over his own lie. Earlier, this dude said someone called him Chris, and he had to check them because no, you will call him Mayor Chris or Mayor Clark. But now, on screen, his name is listed as C.J. Clark. Do you see Mayor anywhere? I don't. The contradictions are insane. Now he's doing the I'm one of you routine. I'm Chris. I grew up in Harvey. Went to Emerson, shout out to the Emerson Eagles. Then Brooks. Graduated from Brooks, then Thornridge. I'm just a regular dude. Sure, a regular dude who insists on being called king. I'm not asking for much, he says. Just call me king. Are you serious right now? Oh my God. Somebody flush the whole man down the toilet. This is ridiculous. I'm just Chris, he says. Just a regular guy who wants to be called king. You cannot make this up. He keeps talking. I was practicing law. People would come to my office telling me about problems. And I thought, God's been blessing me, so maybe I need to bless others. That's where it ends. That's all you get. If y'all want more from me, I don't know what to tell you. I'm just a regular guy. Oh, you mean a regular guy who demands special treatment? Who arrests people for speaking out? Who lies about his campaign plans and abuses power? Got it. He wraps it all up like, that's why I can relate to y'all. Oh, right. Because you're just a regular man trying to make it. Unless someone calls you Chris, then it's a problem. Even though you put C.J. Clark on the screen. Make it make sense. Anyway, I don't like this guy. I really don't. And thank God Jediah is on him, chasing him down like he deserves. The truth is coming out, and now, here come the ramblings. I used to work in a mill, make steel tubing, sprinkler pipes, drive a forklift. Sir, no one cares. You're just trying to distract us now. But Jediah's already on your neck. You're not talking your way out of this one, and now, here come the ramblings. I used to work in a mill, make steel tubing, sprinkler pipes, drive a forklift. Sir, no one cares. You're just trying to distract us now. But Jediah's already on your neck. You're not talking your way out of this one. The lies, the contradictions, the fake humility, it's all on full display, and we're not buying it. So if you're tired of these kinds of leaders, people who abuse power, play victim, and twist the truth, then don't stay silent. Share this video. Drop a comment. Let us know your thoughts. And most importantly, stay tuned because the receipts are coming. And this story is far from over.